members have discussed the confidential report, and now we're just going to the recommendation for this meeting. Before we move on to agree the recommendations, have committee members made all the comments that they wish to make? Is there anything that someone is burning to say or wish they'd said at any stage? No? Okay. So officers will hopefully have captured the main points made during discussions. I've made a few notes, and just to summarise a little bit, they include we welcome from Councillor Isaac, we welcome the signing of 106. Further concerns were expressed by several about site traffic access. We welcome the reassurances, and of course we welcome the residents' meetings coming up, and that coordination there's been with UNC residents and ward councillors. Concerns were expressed that that we as a council shouldn't leave it all to urban and civic, and we have been reassured on that point. We've noted the substantial loan coming up in the MTFS. From Urban and Civic's presentation, expressed pleasure about the proposed reduction in speed along the Roman Road, if that's agreed, but obviously that's not our decision to make on our own. Management into the future of the country park. Comments that we need a robust conversation with Hampshire County Council, looking at potential difficulties that there might come in the future as it rolls on. And Urban and Civic said that it was paramount that we ensure ongoing good management, and that was very welcome. Also from Councillor James as well, there was a concern that we shouldn't lose the education site if the secondary school is delayed, which I'm sure it will be. So we want to make sure that that can be secured. A question regarding carbon neutrality strategy, which has come up a lot in previous meetings. Urban and Civic say that they do have their own aspirations, and it is at the heart of their delivery. But the comment was made that we do need to hear more about it, so that we reassure people who are concerned about keeping it green. Just comments about the website and encouragement perhaps to coordinate with councillors to make sure that some of the simple questions that people are thinking, like me, are answered to the best of people's ability. And a very helpful comment that when we look at Manydown South, we learn from Manydown North, and we have our design principles in place. Now there'll be other things as well, and I'm sure Bernie has captured that, and they will obviously appear in the next minutes for you to check. Councillor Isaac, you've got your hand up.
Yes, Councillor James may have been too soon to congratulate me on my accuracy, actually. So I thought I'd better, while I've got the opportunity, and Andrew might be able to sort of clarify this, because he was quite nimble in what he said. But in relation to the £25 million loan, which will be secured, I'm not sure that I'm right in saying that that's 9.5% return on that. I think it might be something less than that, and the 9.5% is on the unsecured stuff. But so rather than having to announce my mistake at full council on the 28th, I'll do it amongst friends now, if I may. Yeah, you should never say anything like that again, Councillor James, because it's too dangerous a thing to do. But Andrew, with your permission, Chair, can I just check that I've actually what I'm saying now is broadly correct or correct?
It is broadly correct, Councillor Isaac. The proposal around the 25 million is or up to 25 million would be a secured loan, and the interest rate has yet to be determined, but would be lower than the 9.5%, which is unsecured. So that figure is yet to be agreed in terms of the rate of return, but would be probably a fair degree lower because it's secured funding.
So I was wrong, but at least I knew I was wrong.
Well, thank you. So full marks for Councillor Isaac for honesty, and for Kevin James for spotting things. Well done. And I think, shall we close that one there? Okay. So before we move on to, we have heard everything. So let's just confirm what the recommendations are, and that is that the committee notes the progress made on the Manydown programme, that the committee notes the Manydown Garden Centre LLP budget, and we've asked that our comments on the reports be recorded and passed on to the Manydown Executive Committee for their consideration. Are we all happy and agreed on that? A nod will do, yeah. Thank you very much. Right, well, just over to Andrew for item 6, which is a review of the work programme.
Thank you, Chair. This is a standing item in terms of the work programme that the project team bring before the committee. There are a number of standing items in there in terms of updates. I think what I will ask the team to do is just put in there the proposed site visit in terms of Rugby and, of course, the visit on site. And again, we'll canvass views for the visit on site, whether people would prefer an early evening, if that would be easier, or a midday visit. So we will liaise with you in terms of what your preferences are, so that we can organise that. And we could probably split it as well if it's difficult for people to get on site. Again, this is your opportunity as members. If there are items that you would like to raise for the project team to obviously review and bring forward for further consideration. We picked up, Councillor James, your point on Manydown South. I think there will be further updates coming forward, certainly in June, as we're working through the proposal for the Regulation 18. And I think we could have a discussion at this meeting to do with the design or what would be emerging design principles that members would want to try and capture. So happy to bring some of that back, but if there are other items, please let us know, because it's your opportunity to steer the direction of the discussion relating to Manydown, and it's important that we capture that. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. I think that brings us to the end of the agenda. So I'll just say thank you very much to Urban and Civic for their presentation and conversation with us. And thank you, councillors, for all your questions and comments. I will say good night and thank you.